So we are into the final, some pages. We are into the final pages of this chapter. We need to wind up some of the topics to close this chapter. So yesterday we have seen the equation of total cost, and we have also found that. Okay, like yesterday. I think we have done this question yesterday. Okay, this was the equation. See, this graph shows what actually? This graph shows the cost is see, when you increase your output, your cost will increase. Okay, your fixed cost is constant, I understand, but the total cost would increase. That means if you put your output here, that is X, let's say you put your output as 500. Okay, so 10,000 plus 500 into 100 comes to what? 50,000. 50,000 plus 10,000 is 60,000. So I think we are here almost. Correct? And if I take 1,000, it becomes 1,10,000. So we are here almost. You know, the cost is increasing, okay, with increasing number of units. There's a question here. Can you solve this? I'm waiting. Activity 6 fast. Yes. What's the answer? Hello.
So 1 minute.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Sir, here X would be the output, no, sir? So
course,
in place of X,
course.
I need to substitute 780.
Yes, this is your fixed
So,
cost, this is your variable cost per unit, and this is output. Multiply
so
780 with this, you'll get the answer.
I'm getting $88,000.
So like 780, 78,000 plus 10,000, 88,000. That's it. Okay. This is the answer. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Next one. The high-low method with stepped fixed costs. So the following data relate to the overhead expenditure of industrial cleaners at two activity levels: square meters cleaned and overhead. So this is these many square meters they have cleaned, and this is the overheads they have incurred. And when more than 14,000 square meters are industrially cleaned, there will be a step up in fixed cost of 4,700. That means your fixed cost will increase by this much amount. Okay, beyond this level. So you're required to calculate the estimated total cost of 14,500 square meters that are industrially clean. Okay, we'll do that. Since it's high-low method, we know we have to first find out the variable cost. Then we have to find out the fixed cost. Okay. Before we can compare high output cost with low output cost in normal way, we must eliminate the part of high output costs that are due to the step in fixed cost. Okay. So what we'll do is we will remove the we will take the highest activity, because beyond 14,000 what is happening? The fixed cost will increase by how much?
Yes. 4,700.
4,700. So this is the activity which is beyond 14,000. Am I right? So we will take the overheads of this and remove the fixed cost which has increased, because we need to, that is the rule we need to follow to calculate our variable cost. Okay. So we have taken 15,100 and which is without step up in fixed cost. Okay. We want that without step up in fixed cost. So this is with fixed cost, step up with fixed cost. We need to remove that additional fixed cost and we get the fixed cost without step up in fixed cost. So this is that. So 83,585 minus 4,700 will give me 78,885. Okay. And this is the high output. Okay. This is the total cost after removing the step up in fixed cost. This is the low output and this is the total cost. Okay. And then the difference is 4,935 and here it is this. Divide this with this, you'll get the variable cost per square meter. Okay. Did you follow till here, Hansika? Any problem?
So 1 second, I'll go through it.
Yeah. I said you need to remove the step up fixed cost from the activity which is beyond the levels what they have given. Beyond what level? Beyond 14,000. Beyond 14,000, what is happening? There is a step up in the fixed cost. Okay. And this is the activity which is beyond this level. So we will remove the fixed cost from this and we'll get the fixed cost without step up cost. Okay. And then we will take the difference from the high activity and low activity, and we'll take the difference in the units, okay, of high activity and low activity, and also we'll take the difference in the cost of high activity and low activity. Then divide this cost by this difference in units, we'll get the variable cost. Okay. Now, before we can calculate the total cost for 14,500 square meters, we need to find the fixed cost. Of course, see, you got the variable cost per unit, but you also need to find out the fixed cost. Huh? So until unless you get the fixed cost, you cannot get the total cost, correct? So what have they given the total cost for 15,100? 83,585, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that has the step up in fixed cost as well, correct? That includes. What is the variable cost for 15,100 units? We will take variable cost per unit and we'll multiply. We'll get this. And the difference is what, Hamsika?
51,870.
Fixed cost. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go through this, then final answer will do.
Yes, sir, done.
Yeah. So estimated overhead expenditure is 14,500 square meters are to be industrially clean. That means now we need to find out the estimated overhead expenditure if this much square meters we are cleaning. So fixed cost is always fixed, it won't change, and the variable cost will vary with the number of square meters we clean. We take this one and per unit variable cost and we get the total cost. Okay, done. Now Advantages and disadvantages of high-low method. Advantage is easy to understand and like it just needs two activity levels. Disadvantages, it uses two extreme data points which may not be representative of normal conditions. Of course, we are taking only high and low. We are not considering anything else apart from that. The media, the medium or the middlemost cost, we are not taking. Using only 2 points to determine a formula may mean that the formula is not very accurate. So this is only approximate, it seems. It's not that accurate. Now, assumptions about cost behavior. Assumptions include the following. Within the normal range of output, costs are assumed to be either fixed, variable or semi-variable. Yes. Variable costs per unit are always constant. Yes. Variable cost per unit is always constant, but total variable cost is varying. How? See, if my variable cost per unit is $5 and my see, I'll tell you the nature, the nature. See, total fixed cost is always fixed. Per unit fixed cost always varies. Total variable cost is always variable. Per unit variable cost is always fixed or constant. Fixed is nothing but constant. So if I take 1000 units, 2000 units, 4000 units, and my rent is 10,000 fixed cost. So for all the levels, my total fixed cost is always fixed now. But if I want to find out per unit fixed cost, 10,000 by 1000, 10,000 by 2000, 10,000 by 4000. What happens? Here it is 10. Here it is 5. It is 2.5. Correct? Is it all right?
Correct, sir.
Now, yeah. If your variable cost is $5, $5, $5, but total variable cost will be 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. That's what. Okay. Now, activity you have to do as homework. See, purposefully giving the activity, I expect and hope that you will be doing this. Otherwise, if you are not, then I will do. I don't mind.
Sir, I'll do it, sir. So also, could you send me the PDF, sir?
I will
Correct.
send, no
Yes.
problem. I will send, I will send. See, I'm just giving you this purposefully. It's nothing like I don't want to do this. I can do this, but I want you to try. So this is also a homework. I'm sending the PDF, no problem. Just wait for a second. I'm sending the PDFs. If you're not getting the activity, I will explain that. Okay. But you should tell me in the class to explain. So then I will definitely explain that. Ansika, you got this? Confirm. I've sent you. Hello. I've
Yes,
sent.
sir.
Yeah. Now next comes the cost codes. See, once costs have been classified, a coding system could be put in place to make it easier to manage the cost data. Each individual cost should be identifiable by its code. So they want to give code to the costs. This is done by building up the individual characteristics of the code. The codes are normally identified as the nature, identified as follows. Like what kind of cost that is, like the nature of the cost, material, labor, expense, which is known as subjective classification. Yes, these three are the different things. Now, then type of cost, whether direct or indirect, and the cost center to which the cost should be allocated, which is known as objective classification. That means we have different types of cost, and we have cost centers which take notice of all these costs. So but the cost centers are very The specific cost centers would also be there. So we will see which cost center the cost has to be allocated. Then the department which the particular cost center is in. That's what. So see, department, like there are many companies which are divided in departments, and then departments have their cost and the cost centers take notice of that. Okay.
Yes.
In very big organization, in small organizations, there will be one cost center, but in big organizations, departments, there will be a cost center department, and there will be departments. Departments will have their own cost centers as well. That means accountant will be noting down all the cost, and then that will go to the main cost center. Okay. So what is the example of a coding system? An example of a coding system might be a composite code. For example, let's consider a composite code number of 413.375. What does it mean? The first three digits might indicate the nature of the expenditure, subjective classification, and the last three digits might indicate the cost center to be charged, objective classification. So first three would be showing the nature, that is material, labor, or expense, and second one will be showing the cost center to which the cost should be like charge, that is objective classification. So let us see what does it mean. So the digits 413 might refer to what? 4 material, 1 raw material, 3 plastic sheeting. Therefore, anyone familiar with coding system would know that 413 explains expenditure on plastic sheeting, correct? Yes.
Yes, sir.
That's what the way the coding is done. You won't be getting much of the, you won't be getting questions on this, so don't worry about that. So digit 375 might refer to what? 3 direct cost, 7 factory beta, and 5 finishing department. Okay. So this would indicate expenditure was charged as direct material cost to the finishing department in factory beta. That's what. See, this code, what does it say is there is a direct cost and there is a finishing department in some factory. So this direct cost we have incurred on finishing department in this factory called beta. Understood? So there can be various ways in which coding can be done. They have just given two examples. You can have your own convenience and way of coding. Understood?
Yes, sir. Sir, could you give me 2 minutes? I'll just come. Guests have come over. Just 2 minutes, sir. Hello, yes, sir.
Yeah, just a second. Okay. Did you understand the coding system, Hamsika?
Yes, I did.
Understood, no? So we can give any codes based upon our convenience. So these are the ways the coding is done. Advantages of coding system is nothing but a code is usually briefer than a description. That means instead of describing something in details, or instead of elaborating, it's easy to use the codes. Na? It saves time and storage space, and code is more precise and reduce ambiguity because different numbers are taken in the codes. Coding facilitates data processing because you know the computers only understand the codes, they don't understand any other language, correct? So they will convert the binary language into like whatever the command or instruction you give will be converted to binary language, and then computer will do the functioning. So we give them the data in numbers so they easily understand, and we get the desired results in few seconds. Like you see, when they do the billing, they scan the codes and they just immediately approve it. Am I right? That the item has been the item gets selected and then they do the billing. Isn't it so?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This chapter is done, Hamsika. The next one is forecasting. This is a fresh chapter. Even today, Hoor is also having some network issues, it seems. Can we start this afresh in the next session?
Okay, sir.
That's okay, na?
Yes, sir, that's all right.
Yeah, so like next session we will take on Monday, and this is all statistics. Okay, so you have done statistics in your graduation as well, correct?
Yes.
This chapter will be fast track, actually will be very fast. I'll be going ahead because it's very simple and easy chapter and we can finish this soon, or soon also. I will try to come, I'll try to take this early. So like this has some very good amount of topics: regression, correlation, index numbers. Have you gone, like you had a exposure of this in your graduation, no?
So actually, in the first year, they didn't. I mean, right now, the first year is going on. They didn't tell me anything, but in 12th and 11th, I did it.
Ah, no worries. See, the way you have done in that time period, I don't know, but this my way of going with this is will be very conceptual. I'll be explaining you what is the need of doing all this. See, you being students would have definitely questioned, na, like what is the use of all this? When are we going to get all this, and how we'll be using this? So this I will explain you how you'll be using this, why it is so handy and useful, and what is the importance of all this topic. Okay. So next class will be on Monday and the target is fixed. It is forecasting. Is that forecasting? Yeah. So we already done 1, 2, 3 forecasting. So test you said that you will want right after the exams, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Hello.
Hello, yes, sir, yes.
Yeah, voice is not coming. It's very low pitched. So Monday, Tuesday forecasting would be done. Then Wednesday, Thursday summarizing. Okay. Then we'll
Okay,
be
sir.
entering into accounting for metals, I think 1 or 2 classes. As I've set the target till costing methods, I'm going with that target. Okay. So in a span of 10 classes, I will try to wind up till costing methods very clearly. Okay. Then we have just 8 chapters left over in this as well. And one thing I would like to tell you, like financial performance chapter is like 80% ratios, only 20% I need to cover. So this chapter is almost done, you can assume. Meanwhile, any day I will try to finish the 20% part also. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Amsika, then Monday be ready at the same time. If I come early, I'll try to take the class early. Okay. Bye. Thank
Okay,
you.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.